All right, so today we're really diving deep into this group called Digicode.
Okay.
And they're a digital skills training provider.
Hmm.
They're based in Indonesia. And what really caught my eye
Yeah.
was how they blend things up. You
Yep.
know, they've got online offerings, in-person offerings, and then you get mentorship from people who are actually in the field
Right.
doing the work.
It seems like they really understand that for today's learner, it's not just about speed,
Right.
it's also about that depth of understanding.
Yeah, you really need both, right?
Absolutely.
You want to be able to learn quickly, but also thoroughly, and I feel like they get that.
Mhm.
And even the names of some of their boot camps, it's like, wow, tell me more.
I know.
So we've got full stack digital marketing boot camp plus English course,
Wow.
ChatGPT for everyone, and even a cybersecurity red team boot camp.
Mhm.
I mean, what jumps out at you when you see those titles?
Well, if we just break down a few of those terms,
Yeah.
like full stack digital marketing, what that means is you're learning everything.
Right. From soup to nuts about marketing online, from strategy to actually getting your hands dirty and
Mhm.
making things happen.
Yeah.
And they pair that with an English course,
Right.
which is really acknowledging that the digital world is global
Mhm.
and communication is key no matter what language you speak.
Yeah. I think that's so smart.
Yeah.
It's like saying, hey, we'll give you the technical skills, but we also want to make sure that you can actually use those skills.
Right.
And talk to people about them.
Exactly.
I'm also really intrigued by that ChatGPT for everyone boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the thinking is there?
Well, ChatGPT is a powerful AI tool
Right.
that can do things like write different kinds of creative content
Oh, wow.
and answer your questions in an informative way,
Okay.
even if they are open-ended, challenging, or strange.
Okay.
So by offering a boot camp on this, suggests that AI is becoming more accessible,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't have a tech background.
Can you imagine learning how to use this technology to your advantage,
Yeah,
no matter what field you're in?
it's pretty amazing.
It is.
So Digicode isn't just about keeping up with the latest trends.
Right.
It's about empowering people to use these tools in their everyday lives.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into who's running the show.
Okay.
I found out that Digicode is operated by a company called PT Transformasi Digital Indonesia,
Okay.
or TDI for short.
Got it.
And their whole mission is to build up Indonesia's next generation of digital talent.
Makes sense.
Which makes sense, right? I mean, Indonesia's tech scene
It's
is
exploding, yeah.
exploding. It's huge.
Absolutely.
So you've got this company that's trying to really fuel that growth and provide the talent
yeah.
to keep that momentum going.
It's not just about Indonesia, though.
You're right.
This push for digital literacy has implications for everyone,
Mm,
including you.
right.
As more businesses go digital, having these skills becomes less of a nice to have and more of a necessity.
100%. Okay, so you are not going to believe this, but Digicode's instructor lineup is seriously impressive.
Oh, really?
I mean, we're talking Jody Kusumandita, a total pro in product management,
Oh, wow.
Wahyu Dwiono, who's all about AI and IoT,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for Internet of Things, by the way.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And then Saiful Anwar, a cybersecurity guru.
Wow.
What's your take on this team?
Well, what really stands out to me is that these aren't just academics lecturing from a textbook.
Right,
These are people who are out there in the trenches applying these skills every single day.
right.
Learning from someone with real-world experience like that
Yeah,
brings a whole other dimension to the table.
for sure.
They can share insights, practical tips,
Yeah.
even cautionary tales that you just wouldn't get from a textbook alone.
Oh, totally. It's
Yeah.
like the difference between reading about how to bake a cake and actually getting your hands dirty in the kitchen
Exactly.
with a seasoned baker.
Yeah.
You're going to learn so much more from that hands-on experience.
For sure.
So now that we've kind of met the masterminds
Yeah.
behind Digicode,
Uh-huh.
let's break down how they actually approach training.
Okay.
They have this cool learning triangle model,
Okay.
and it's self-directed study, guidance from mentors,
Mm-hmm.
and a curriculum that's designed to meet real-world needs.
I like that.
What do you think about that approach?
It's a really smart blend.
Yeah.
That self-directed component encourages you to be an independent learner,
Huh.
to be curious, and to explore on your own,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't leave you hanging out to dry.
Right.
The mentors are there to provide support, to answer your questions,
Yeah.
to help you connect the dots.
Right. Yeah.
Totally.
So you've got that structure, but also you've got that freedom to explore,
Exactly.
which I think is great for any learner.
Absolutely. And that's where that real-world curriculum comes in, you know?
Right.
It's about making sure that what you're learning is actually applicable to what's happening out there.
Totally.
In the field.
Yeah, it's like they're giving you a toolbox
Yeah.
filled with tools you can actually use.
Exactly.
Not just a bunch of random gadgets that look cool.
Right.
But have no real purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's something I found really interesting.
Okay.
Digicode doesn't just focus on hard technical skills.
Yeah.
They also weave in soft skill development.
I like that.
Things like how to communicate effectively, how to work well in a team,
Yeah.
and even how to present your ideas with confidence.
That's huge.
Yeah.
In today's world, technical skills alone just won't cut it.
Right.
Employers are looking for well-rounded individuals.
Yeah.
People who can not only code or analyze data, but can also explain their work clearly,
Right.
collaborate effectively with others,
Yeah.
and adapt to new situations.
Totally.
Digicode seems to understand that it's about the whole package,
Right.
not just one piece of the puzzle.
It's the whole human, right? They're not churning out tech robots.
Right.
They're developing well-rounded humans.
It's about the whole person.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about their training programs.
Yeah.
But I want to shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about Digicode's impact.
Okay.
Beyond the classroom, they've been organizing some really cool events.
Yeah.
And one that really caught my attention was this event called Meningkatkan Keamanan Siber di Era Digitalisasi, which translates to improving cybersecurity in the digital era.
I see.
And they held it at Universitas Tarunaja,
Okay.
which is a university.
Okay.
But get this,
What?
they also hosted a similar seminar
Oh, wow.
called Internet Sehat dan Aman, meaning healthy and safe internet,
Okay.
at Pesantren Jagat Arsi, which is an Islamic boarding school.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that?
That's incredibly insightful.
Right.
It really speaks volumes about Digicode's commitment
Yeah.
to reaching a diverse audience.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just targeting the typical university crowd.
Right.
They're going into communities
Yeah.
where digital literacy might be even more crucial.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking,
Yeah.
what other unexpected places could benefit from digital skills training?
Right.
Senior centers, community libraries.
Absolutely. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Endless, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that the digital world touches every aspect of our lives.
It does.
And everyone needs the skills to navigate it safely and effectively. It's like learning to read in the 21st century.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about letters and words anymore.
Right.
It's about understanding algorithms, protecting your privacy,
Yes.
and critically evaluating the information
Yeah.
you encounter online.
It's about becoming a responsible digital citizen.
Totally.
And that's a responsibility that falls on all of us.
Yeah.
Not just specific institutions.
100%. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about Digicode's work in Indonesia.
Yeah.
But this whole conversation has me wondering, what's happening closer to home?
Okay.
What are other countries doing to tackle this digital skills gap?
Right.
And are there any lessons we can learn?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the global nature of this challenge. You know, each country has its own unique context.
Right.
So there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
But by looking at what others are doing,
Yeah.
we can gain valuable insights and inspiration.
It's like a global brainstorming session,
It is.
right? Sharing ideas,
Sharing strategies.
strategies, and finding what works best in different situations.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we get too deep into a global digital skills summit,
Okay.
let's bring it back to Digicode.
Okay.
And what we've uncovered so far, we've explored their unique training methods,
Yeah.
their efforts to build Indonesia's digital workforce,
Yeah.
and their outreach to diverse communities. But there's one more piece of the puzzle I want to explore, their
Okay.
website.
Oh, websites can be treasure troves of information.
They can.
What caught your eye?
Well, they don't specifically name their clients,
Okay.
but they do showcase
Uh-huh.
a really diverse portfolio of projects that they've worked on.
Okay.
It seems like they're catering to businesses of all sizes and
Mhm.
across various industries.
That's a good sign.
Yeah,
It suggests that their training programs are adaptable
right.
and relevant to a wide range of needs.
Totally.
And it circles back to what we discussed earlier
Yeah.
about personalization and tailoring their approach to fit the specific demands of the market.
And it reinforces the idea that digital skills aren't just for tech companies anymore.
They aren't.
Every business, no matter what they sell or do, needs to have a digital presence.
Needs to have a digital presence.
And they need employees who can help them navigate that world.
It's like the saying, software is eating the world. Every industry is being touched by technology in some way, which means digital skills are becoming essential across the board.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Now, thinking back to Digicode's learning triangle, how important do you think that self-directed learning piece is in a world where technology is constantly changing?
It's crucial.
Yeah.
The ability to learn independently, to be curious, to seek out new information and experiment. Those are essential skills in any field.
Right.
But especially in the tech world where things are evolving at lightning speed.
Yeah.
You can't just rely on formal training to keep up.
Right.
You need to be a self-starter.
Yeah.
A lifelong learner.
It's like they're giving you a fishing rod instead of just handing you a fish.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
You're learning how to feed yourself for a lifetime, not just for a day.
It is.
And that's where mentorship plays a vital role as well.
It does.
Having someone to guide you, to challenge your assumptions,
Yes.
to provide feedback and support as you're navigating this ever-changing landscape.
Right.
That can make all the difference.
It can.
It's like having a seasoned explorer as your guide through this digital jungle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So we've talked about Digicode's training programs, their impact in Indonesia, and the broader implications of the digital skills gap.
Absolutely.
But I want to circle back to something that really fascinated me.
Yeah.
Those events that they hosted at both a university and a Pesantren.
Yeah, that juxtaposition is fascinating.
It is.
It suggests that Digicode recognizes the need for digital literacy across a broad spectrum of society, not just within traditional educational institutions.
Exactly. And it makes me wonder if there are other unconventional places where digital skills training could make a real difference.
Right.
What about senior centers? Or community libraries?
Those are excellent examples.
Yeah.
As we become more reliant on technology for everything from communication to healthcare to financial management, digital literacy becomes increasingly important for all generations.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think it goes beyond just knowing how to use a computer or a smartphone.
I agree.
It's about being able to critically evaluate information online, protect your privacy, and navigate those ethical challenges of the digital world.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Digital literacy is not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about citizenship in the digital age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a responsibility that falls on all of us.
It does.
Not just educational institutions or training providers.
It's a shared responsibility.
It is.
And a continuous journey of learning and adaptation.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It is. And we've also touched on the fact that this is a global challenge with local solutions. So there's no one-size-fits-all approach. But Digicode's model offers valuable insights that can be adapted and applied in different contexts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into Digicode, I want to bring it back to those catchy bootcamp titles we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
They really do a great job of capturing current trends.
They do.
And anticipating future needs. What's interesting is how they manage to be informative, but also sound exciting.
Yeah.
It's not just dry technical jargon.
No.
Take the ChatGPT for Everyone bootcamp, for example.
Yeah.
It really highlights the growing accessibility and the potential of AI tools.
Right.
Even for people without a technical background. It's like they're saying, hey, AI isn't this mysterious thing for tech wizards. It's a tool anyone can learn to use.
Anyone can learn to use here.
And remember, the Full Stack Digital Marketing Bootcamp plus English course.
Yes, brilliant.
It's pure brilliance.
Yep.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of skills in today's world.
Absolutely.
It's not enough to just have technical expertise.
Right.
You need to be able to communicate effectively.
Yeah.
And in a globalized world, that often means being proficient in English.
For sure.
It's like they're giving you a secret weapon.
It is.
You've got the technical skills and the ability to communicate those skills.
To a global audience?
To a global audience, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then there's the Cybersecurity Red Team Bootcamp.
Right.
That one sounds a little more intense.
It's a little more intense, yeah.
Can you break that down for us?
So red teaming is a cybersecurity strategy.
Okay.
Where a team acts as the bad guys.
Okay.
And they simulate real-world cyber attacks to test an organization's defenses.
I see.
So it's a proactive approach.
Got it.
To identify vulnerabilities and strengthen security.
So it's like having a friendly sparring partner.
Exactly.
Who helps you find your weak spots so you can improve your defenses.
Exactly.
And the fact that Digicode is offering this kind of training really emphasizes how important cybersecurity is.
It does. It really does.
Across all industries.
Yeah, across all industries.
It's not just about protecting big corporations and governments anymore.
It's every business, no matter how small, is a potential target for cyber attacks.
Totally.
And it's not just about having the latest security software either. It's about creating a culture of awareness where everyone understands the risks and takes responsibility for protecting sensitive information.
It's like they're saying cybersecurity isn't just the IT department's job.
Exactly.
It's everybody's responsibility.
Everyone's responsibility, yeah.
So thinking about Digicode's mission to build Indonesia's next generation of digital talent, it seems like they're hitting all the right notes.
They really are.
They're not just teaching technical skills. They're equipping people with the tools and the mindset to thrive in this digital age.
They're empowering them.
Yes.
To become active and responsible digital citizens.
And they're doing it in a way that's engaging, relevant, and accessible to a wide range of learners. It's truly an inspiring model.
It is a very inspiring model.
And it offers valuable lessons.
It does.
For educators, policymakers, and individuals all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
So as we conclude our deep dive into the world of Digicode, we want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
What initiatives are happening in your community to address this digital skills gap?
Yeah, what role can you play in bridging that divide?
Exactly.
Remember, digital literacy is a shared responsibility.
Yes, it is.
And everyone has a part to play in creating a more inclusive and equitable digital future.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Yes.
And remember, the learning never stops.
It doesn't.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of your own digital literacy.
Yeah, absolutely.